Hey class, this is Director Owen here. For today's evidence-based practice with a focus in mathematics, I'm going to discuss coin concentration. So for the description of the evidence-based practice, coin concentration is basically the development of money skills. It starts when students are young, first grade, second grade, around that time. And it begins with them at first just recognizing the coins, and then you proceed to understanding the individual value of those coins, and then it progresses to what's the value of a mix of coins, or what's the value of these coins when I take some away now, and it's just all that's involved with that. um Eventually students should be able to first identify the value of individual coins, and then eventually move on to develop skills of being able to make change and different things like that. When should the teacher use this evidence-based practice? Um, like I mentioned, the coin concentration begins, around second grade, and it's carried out throughout school from there on. Now, obviously, like if your student is in like AP calculus, they're not going to be uh mixing coins in high school, but um depending on the ability level of the student, they could be working with coins up and through high school. Now, as far as like when during a lesson, you could do different coin concentration activities at any time during a lesson. It could be, towards the end of a lesson, of a money lesson, when you're trying to really hammer down on those skills that you've taught. You can use it as a way to preview, or no, I'm sorry, as a way to review what's been previously taught. um you could do this in a whole group. um However, i think uh i think coin concentration works best in a small group. So if you're in a general ed classroom, you may make a coin concentration game as part of a station that you would have students do. You could base that you could do a mixed pair. You could do a mixed pair group where you have a student with a really firm, their coin abilities are more advanced. They could be your group leader, and they're doing reciprocal teaching to help others. You could do it all similar groups, and it could be a teacher-led station where, like, um, if you have a group of 4 students who need remediation, you can group them together and work on that. So I think small group is the best time for a teacher to teach that. What does a teacher need to implement this evidence-based practice? Well, you need coins. I'd say that's the most important thing. You don't need real coins. I think maybe it's important to show them some real coins. Um, but you can use plastic coins, but I would make sure that the texture is correct. Because each coin has a different type of a texture. Obviously, your pennies are copper colored and smooth. Nickel, and then you have nickels which are silver colored and smooth. your dimes are smaller and have a rough edge, and your quarters are your largest coin and have a rough edge. So there should be some like tactile way of saying, this is that. Um, and then you can use worksheets for your coin concentration, or even have some games developed, which I'll get into here in a minute. Um, how's the teacher know the EBP is working? Well, based on the assessments that you give, this could be a daily assessment where you're just checking for understanding, like, are the students, uh, are they grasping, what this coin is, how much it's worth, and then that's done through your checks for understanding. And then as far as where can this learn, where can you learn more about this stuff? Well, you have, and I mentioned this in the previous EBP, and I'll probably continue to bring it up each time. Teachers pay teachers. They have free worksheets. They have worksheets for $1. I'm sure your own curriculum has materials, obviously. Now, outside sources, the U.S. Mint actually has a full lesson plan about coins that could be valuable. And then there's like a website, I think like understood.org. And the individuals that run that website, are it's people with they have you know PhDs, masters, specialist degrees, so they are experts in their field. Your PLC group may have resources, and you may get help from another teacher in that way. So there's all kinds of stuff. So what I'm going to do for these last few minutes is go through a few websites that may be valuable for you, just so you can see this. So let me go ahead and share the I'll share Google Chrome. Okay, share. Okay, well, there's my face. So going through the first one, you have teachers pay teachers, right? And I literally just typed in money concentration, and right away there's a free money concentration game. So if when I look at that and I click on the link, which is on the next page, right, you just see right there, you have two different levels. Level one is pennies and nickels, and level two is you're doing pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. In my experience with teaching coins, I like that it's split up, because if you try to mix all of them together, it can get confusing. Specifically nickels and quarters tend to be, well, and this is my own experience, tend to be the two coins that kids mix up on value. Expect they tend to say nickels are worth 25 cents. Pennies are pretty, I mean, it's a distinct color. Dimes are small, quarters are quarters, they're big. But those nickels, right, you have, like, on the outside, that the face almost looks similar. The nickel is larger than the dime, net, and all that stuff. And that's why I think it's good to have like fake coins that have texture. Is the best way to tell kids the difference is nickels have are smooth all the way around. So like teachers pay teacher, they have a couple freebies, all that good stuff. The US Mint, right? The usmint.gov, right? They have a full like lesson plan on how to introduce it, and right, they have national standards, right? It just be based on, you find something in your state that aligns. They're saying K through 2, but within here they have coin value worksheets, right, that you can use. It's felt right. So they have, these worksheets, which are great. These coins look real lot. These aren't cartoon pictures. These look like actual photograph pictures. Like this sheet allows you to use tactile. So if you have coins, you can place them in each spot, right? They have the cutouts right there. So that's really, nickels have changed now. I guess these are what newer nickels look like. Obviously there aren't as many of these in production, where the nickel face does look a bit more distinct now. So it's great, but you have, different activities that you can do there. Right here, I literally just Google coin recognition and there's a 30-minute lesson on PBS. This is the Understood website. Why some kids are struggling. I might be able to help you with that. This is just another teacher website, just different ways that people do this, right? So these are like these plastic coins that they're plastic, but like they have different tactiles. There's all kinds of resources. I thought this was good using manipulatives. The kid's really struggling, seeing what 5 looks like, right? You have these snap cubes, right? You snap 5 cubes together, you have the value of a nickel, right? Obviously with quarters, it starts getting pretty big there. Keep going. One that I like to use for older kids that they're able to wreck it, so this would be a progression of skills, right? So they know what they have a firm grasp on what the individual coins are valued at, right? And then now you're trying to, so you can play money bingo to identify coins. And you could even do a more advanced one, right, where they start counting, right? So you have different examples right there, like a quarter, dime, and a penny. And that's just a fun and, for some kids, a competitive way of developing those skills. So yeah, and then once again, there's more and more. But that's all I have for today. What I would say, otherwise, I'm sorry, I'm in trouble in here, but so that's my EBP, and I look forward to hearing feedback from you all, and I hope you guys have a great day.